Good morning, everybody, and it is January 4th. I had a little bit of a rough couple days, and I'm now getting back into making videos, but some good news and big news broke this morning. Basically the details of Mitch Garver's contract, which I think is super exciting to kind of dive into, because it does open up options and possibilities for the Mariners moving forward. The 2-year contract is going to be split to where there's in 2024 he's going to receive $9.4 million, 2025 is going to be $11.5 million, and then 2026 he's going to have a mutual option with a $1 million buyout at $12 million. So if he's performing, we're going to pay more, and I think that's a benefit to him and more of an incentive. And then each time the Garver is traded, there's going to be $500,000 that's put in there, and $450,000 in incentives to follow that. The one thing that I want to touch on and really highlight is going to be the 2024 season. Being that it's a $9.5 million that we're paying him, unlike what we kind of predicted to be a 50-50 split, which is understandable to just assume before we get all the details, especially since we were still waiting on a physical at the time. But $9.5 million, you're looking at like $1.5 million in extra revenue that we have to the cap space. So, instead of us looking at having $26 million to spend, because that's basically what we got rid of. That's what we're going to assume that we have to play with. Instead of only having like $12 million left. Now we have a little bit more of a buffer, which means that we're not looking at $12 million players to maybe add to the roster from the free agents list. Now we're looking at $13.5 million, maybe $14 million. I mean, who knows the give and take and the pull, and how much spacing and extra funds we have to kind of fudge to make a contract work. And especially if they're able to manipulate these contracts to where, let's say we go after Soler, let's say we go after Tommy Pham, who has not been discussed yet, and I don't hear people talking about him, but he's available. And people like that, where it's a 2, 3, 4-year contract, but in that first year, I mean, if we're believing in these players to come play for us, we're offering him $6 million the first year. We're offering him $3 million the first year. We're offering him $10 million the first year. We're not giving him everything that we have left. And the more I think that the eyes are open to what the possibilities are, as far as like deferments as well, like what Ohtani did, and then splitting up these contracts to make them work for the players, but also make it so that the team can build more. I think this is the direction that Dipoto is going. Not really something I really paid attention to. I figured we're just sticking to straight flat numbers. Most of the players are going to want some up front or some later, but I mean, it's just motivate for him to play and stay healthy. So I'll leave you guys with that. And I mean, hopefully see this as a positive moving forward as far as the other options that are out there. The market's been moving super slow. I mean, ever since Christmas happened. So, maybe these players are considering the Mariners, and I don't know who we've talked to. I hopefully we can put the James Paxton thing to rest, because he's not coming to Seattle, and if he does, it doesn't really make any sense. Probably set up for another trade. Doesn't mean that we're going to sign him to trade him away, but maybe sign him to trade somebody else away. He did have a good year last year, so I'm going to leave it at that. I mentioned it in yesterday's podcast, and hopefully we can move forward. I'll let you know if there's any other news and try to give you updates, but at least this was breaking, and we're trying a little bit different angle because my other camera was dead. So let me know how you like it. I will see you guys on the next one. See ya.